I never imagined the person I loved more than anyone in this world would be the one to tear my heart out in front of everyone I cared about. But that night, under the warm glow of restaurant chandeliers, my own sister did exactly that. My name is Emily, and for as long as I can remember, Sarah was my safe place. We grew up sharing the same bed during thunderstorms, the same dreams of escaping our small town, the same promise that no matter what, we'd always have each other. I was the big sister who worked two jobs through college so she could chase her art dreams. I was the one who paid her rent when her boyfriend left her broken. Our favorite family restaurant, celebrating my promotion to senior accountant. The table was full Mom, Dad, Sarah, and me laughter bouncing off the walls like it used to when we were kids. Candlelight flickered across Sarah's face, and for a moment I thought, this is what family feels like. I had no idea it was the last normal moment I would ever have with her. I'd noticed the missing money weeks earlier, small transfers from our joint emergency account, charges on my card I never made. I told myself it was a mistake. Sarah would. Never, but that night, after the waiter cleared the appetizers, I leaned in gently. Sarah, the account is short again. The softness vanished. A cold, sharp smile curled her. Lips the kind you see in nightmares. She set her wine glass down so hard the stem cracked. Then she stood up, voice trembling in fake fear, and pulled out her phone. You're scaring me. You've been threatening me for weeks. The entire restaurant went quiet. Forks froze midair. My parents stared in horror. And before I could even breathe, Sarah dialed 911 and screamed into the phone. My sister is attacking me at the table. Please send someone now. My world tilted. The sister I had carried through every storm was calling the cops on me. Right there. In front of everyone, I sat frozen, heart shattering into pieces too small to ever put back together. What I didn't know in that moment was that her betrayal was only the beginning, and that the same phone call would lead to the moment of police. Captain would honor me in front of the whole world. Asterisk, the seconds after she screamed felt like hours. My chest tightened until I couldn't breathe. Tears I refused to let fall burned behind my eyes. Sarah, why? She just kept pointing, tears streaming down her face, tears that looked so real, even I almost believed them. Mom reached for my hand across the table, but I couldn't feel it. All I could hear was Sarah telling the 911 operator, she's been stealing from me, harassing me. I'm scared for my life. Every word was a knife twisting deeper. I had spent years protecting her, and now she was painting me as the monster. The restaurant manager hovered, unsure what to do. Guests whispered. My father's face went pale. I sat there, completely exposed, feeling smaller than I had ever felt in my life. The sister who once cried on my shoulder after her first breakup was now destroying me in public. When the police sirens finally wailed outside, Sarah actually smiled at me, a tiny, triumphant smile only I could see. In that smile, I saw everything. The jealousy she had hidden for years. The resentment because I had made it, and she hadn't. She had been draining my accounts to fund a secret life. I knew nothing about luxury shopping. Loans in my name. Even forging my signature on documents. I had discovered the truth only days earlier, but wanted to give her a chance to explain. Sarah ran to them, sobbing. She threatened to hurt me if I didn't give her the money back. They're going to handcuff me right here, but the taller officer, Captain Ramirez, held up his hand and said quietly, Ma'am, we need to hear both sides. I tried to speak, but my voice was gone. All the years of love, all the sacrifices reduced to this. My own sister choosing to have me dragged away in front of our parents. The pain was so deep, I felt it in my bones. I had lost her. Worse, I had never really had her. In that moment, something inside me shifted. The broken girl who always forgave began to fade. A quiet strength I didn't know I possessed started rising. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. The officers asked us to step outside. Sarah kept crying dramatically, playing the victim perfectly. Because what Sarah didn't know, what no one at that table knew, was that 2 weeks earlier, after finding the forged documents, I had gone to the police station alone. I had handed Captain Ramirez a folder full of proof, bank statements, signatures, everything. I had cried in his office that day, begging him to help me stop my own sister without destroying our family. He had promised to investigate quietly. Now, standing on the sidewalk with red and blue lights flashing, I realized my quiet courage was about to speak louder than Sarah's lies ever could. Asterisk Captain Ramirez looked at Sarah, then at me. His voice was calm but firm. Miss Sarah, we've actually been waiting for this call. Sarah's fake tears froze. What are you talking about? He turned to me with respect in his eyes. Emily, you did something incredibly brave. This 911 call just gave us probable cause. He nodded to the other officer, who stepped forward and read Sarah her rights. Right there on the sidewalk, in front of the restaurant windows where our family watched in stunned silence, my sister's hands were cuffed behind her back. Her screams changed from fake victim to real panic. Emily, tell them it's a mistake. We're sisters. We were sisters, Sarah, but sisters don't steal your life and then try to send you to jail. Captain Ramirez turned to the small crowd that had gathered, restaurant guests, my parents, even a few passers-by. He raised his voice so everyone could hear. Folks, tonight I want to publicly honor Emily, despite the pain of family betrayal. She chose truth over silence. She chose justice over protection. That kind of courage is rare. On behalf of the department, I'm presenting her with our Citizens Valor Award right here, right now. My father stood taller than I had ever seen him. Sarah was placed in the back of the squad car, still begging, still trying to twist the story. But no one was listening anymore. The lies had finally caught up with her. As the car drove away, the weight I had carried for years lifted. The shattered pieces of my heart didn't magically heal, but they began to rearrange into something stronger. I stood on that sidewalk, metal shining under the streetlights, and felt peace settle over me for the first time in months. I learned that night that blood doesn't always mean loyalty. Sometimes the deepest betrayal comes from the person you'd die for. But I also learned that choosing truth, even when it breaks your heart, sets you free. If you're watching this and carrying the pain of someone you love turning against you, remember my story. You don't have to stay silent to protect them. Your courage might just be the thing that saves you and honors you in ways you never imagined. Thank you for letting me share my truth. I'm Emily, and I'm finally healing.